stress, no stress, no stress. This is a program for your stress management. Do not bottle up your emotions, but rather no stress for you. Laugh it off. Join us on OSBC between the hour of 5:30 to 6 every Saturday to enjoy this program.
My people, now Saturday they hot for here. You see how they shake the way you don't see for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We won't make you forget her. Just sit down for your house. Tune in to OSBC 5:30 to 6 o'clock on Saturday. You go enjoy us because now for here they hot.
It they apple for here. We'll be sensitizing you and educating you on society issues and how to handle it. Hello viewers at home, it's another Saturday on No Stress. Happy Saturday to you, and my name is Damlola Oyeyemi. Faith, I'm not going to introduce you. Introduce yourself.
There's no need to, I will do that to myself. Good evening viewers, it's another beautiful evening, and it's so beautiful to grace your screen again. And as you all know, I'll say my name is not a small name, it's a big name. So there's a need for drum rolls. As you know, like the way I do it now, not as they do our thing now. I'm Faith Evelyn Oladapo, beauty we bring. It's a glass of wine. Drum rolls for that.
Please, are you done with your introduction?
Calm down.
Are you done with your introduction?
There's no need for you to be jealous, you know. Yeah, there's no need for you to be
I have my own name too. So guys, how's it been? Happy Saturday to you once again. Basically today we are having a very important topic that there's a need to address.
Very, very
we
important.
all understand the economic situation of the country and a need for you to space your child. Family planning and birth control is what everybody should know.
Yeah.
And that is why we are here today. Looking at the economy, Faith, why things are not going as it used to be during our parents.
The difference is clear.
During our grandparents, I heard my grandparents married a lot of wives and gave birth to a lot of children.
If you try that now, you go,
That was then. And I could remember when I was even praying for, I wanted, because I love family, big family. I was thinking, let me give birth to 6 or there. But now, Joe, if I want to now she knows better. If I want to So most times you see people that are struggling and they are giving birth to lots of people, and I don't blame them because knowledge is power. There are lots of people that want to do this, but they don't know how to go about it. And that's why this topic is very important. Looking at our society, most times we shy away from anything family planning. So I can remember while growing up, a lot of women like you know, they hide their medicine, they don't want their husbands to see their pills, even their friends. There's this stereotype that comes with it.
No, I can't do that.
Only sheku sheni and all that. But that's why we have experts in the house today to talk to us about family planning, how to go about it. Like I've said earlier, knowledge is power.
Very important. And considering the fact that, few years ago, this family planning has been something like you can't even talk about it in public, and as a married woman you can't even talk about it to your husband, and you feel like, oh no, if you're going to the hospital to do this kind of thing, you feel like, hey, I don't want anybody to know, so that they will not talk about me that that's why you're fat, that's why you're big, she's not shapeless because of what she's doing. So today we are just here to enlighten you, to educate you, and then to make you to relearn and unlearn, because we already know that so many people have this knowledge about it, which is the wrong thing. So we are here with an expert to shed more light on it. So guys, let's go on this short musical break. We will be right back
with our experts. Stay tuned. No stress, no stress, no stress, no stress. This is a program for your stress management. Do not bottle up your emotions, but rather no stress for you. Laugh it off.
Join us on OSBC between the hour of 5:30 to 6 every Saturday to enjoy this program.
My people, now Saturday they hot for here. You see how they show the way you don't see from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We won't make you forget them. Just sit down for your house. Tune in to OSBC 5:30 to 6 o'clock on Saturday. You will enjoy us because now for here they hot.
It dey happen for here. We'll be sensitizing you and educating you on society issues and how to handle it.
That musical break. I hope you enjoyed the song. That was the vibe.
The vibe is not vibing though, but it's nice.
But anyways, it was a quick everybody.
Yeah. Okay. Just Saturday, come on, Miliki.
Yes, so yes, guys. Okay. So now we are back, and then we want to dive right into what we're going to be talking about today. So we have our guests in the house. Dami, would you like to do the introduction?
Yeah, promise me to do that. I see this beautiful lady who brought us a guy. You know we are youth and the Gen Z vibes. We need to give it to you today. I say they hot, you know. Yeah. So welcome, thank you for coming. Our guest name is Deborah Adebayo. She's a public health practitioner. She's a graduate of public health, and she has over 5 years experience in public health. She's an expert in family planning.
Amazing, don't rush for that.
So Deborah, please introduce yourself to the viewers at home.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone.
Okay.
My name is Deborah Adebayo. I'm a public health practitioner and also a sexual and reproductive health and rights advocate. Thank you so much. It's amazing to have everybody here, and I'm also happy to be here because it's a beautiful Saturday.
Yeah, it's going to be a beautiful Saturday, and you have a whole lot to learn. Like Faith said earlier, you have a whole lot to learn, unlearn, and relearn.
Yeah.
So let's dive straight into the topic because before you know it, it's time to learn. So let's dive straight into the topic, and like we said before, we went for a short musical break. It's family planning and birth control. We don't want to shy away from this topic again.
Yeah.
We want to discuss it because a lot of people are going astray as a lack of knowledge. Knowledge is power. So that's why we're talking about this. So let's start with family planning.
Okay.
About what does family planning means?
Okay. Thank you. So family planning, according to World Health Organization, is defined as the way at which individuals and couples they control the number of children they want to give birth to. You know, they have their own personal decision based on what the number of children that they want to give birth to. So it's actually a way at which they make their decision. They have a control
over how many children
they want to give birth to
at a particular time. Right? Oh,
yes.
Amazing.
Yes.
Okay. So basically, that's what family planning simplifies. But I think she would still want to break it down for us.
Exactly. I want to.
We have an expert, you know.
Go ahead, do your thing.
Okay, I want to say more because according to World Health Organization, family planning encompasses every other services, the likes of counseling, education, and also it dwells down to maternal and child health. So, and also according to recent data in 2013, 18% of women of reproductive age, 80% of those women were only the ones that are exposed to what family planning is. And also with that range of data, those that are married, only 21% of them, you know, initially I said of reproductive age, it might actually be maybe the women are married or they are not married.
Like, so you've already reached puberty stage, right?
I'm telling you. So only women that are married and are also into a particular kind of union with someone, that means they already told they are already engaged with someone. Only 21% of them are open to family planning.
Wow. I love that fact because one thing about this is data does not lie. It still shows how important this topic is to be discussed. So that means people don't, is it that they know it or they don't know it? Is it that they know it, they don't embrace it, or they don't even have knowledge about it at all? So data does not lie. That's very, very disturbing.
It is. I won't lie, it is.
It is very disturbing.
It's very low number.
It shows how, I don't want to use the word primitive we are in Africa because it sounds like more of a stereotype as a black person. But I believe that shows how unexposed we are, because you see this white people, let me use, because that's what we use for them, you see them the way they embrace this thing, and it shows how knowledgeable they are, because looking at it, it still boils down to the mother. It does. So our expert, please.
So permit me to now give you more data when it comes to maternal child, yes. You know, you just made a mention of how it boils down to our women, because generally we all know that women are at the receiving end when it comes to giving birth to children, and even in our society women are always at the receiving end when it comes to things like this. So from recent data, 60% of children who have 60% of children who have an elder sibling are at risk of infant mortality rate. Yes, 60% of children within their two.
What does that mean?
Those that their parents give birth to them within 2 to 3 years of age.
We don't know medical terms.
You're talking about the spacing. Like now, your first child, and then 2 years after you have another one.
No, what I meant is that within 2 years of age. Now, let me use myself as an example. So I can break it down for every one of us to understand. So let's say I'm a woman now. I have my husband, and I gave birth to a child within 2 years. I gave birth to another child. Within 2 years, the first child is not even up to 2 years. It means I've exposed that child to a 60% rate of infant mortality rate.
Oh, that's death?
Yes.
Putting it, that's death.
Yes. Yes, death.
Why?
Now, the reason is, firstly, the mother. Let's start from the mother. The mother doesn't, when she gave birth to the child, she haven't, probably, some women, when they give birth, they wouldn't have, eat from the stress of postpartum stress.
And the hormones has not even really adjusted.
Exactly. Right? That is the first thing. Secondly, the child is still exhibiting breastfeeding, right? And other child services, the likes of immunization is there. So now you now give birth to another child, knowing fully well that you have to pay attention to the first child that you've given birth to. So you have to extend your time, your energy into taking care of that child before you now make another decision to say, okay, it is time for me to child. Like Yorubas do say that omo bere oshibere.
Another point there.
That one me
it's Ada. Okay, that's a very beautiful one. Okay, beside the child, the infant death now, the mortality rate of the woman is, am I right with that medical term?
Yes.
Also rises. It boils down to your psychology, your physical, your emotional,
I'm telling you,
your hormonal, your manner imbalance. Wow. So that explains how spacing is very, very important. Wow, amazing.
I would want to even add financially, it can actually affect you.
It will definitely
with our current country.
Because Allah shanu wow. God have mercy. So going down, like what I said earlier, why growing up there's some myths. And before we even go to myths, let's talk about method. There are different methods of family planning. I did my project on family planning, so I was able to know a bit of family planning. But I'm not an expert.
So you're my boss.
I'm not an expert. So there are some types of family planning. Condom, all these kind of contraceptives are part of it. Please, can you tell us these types of family planning and their suitability? There are some some are gender specific, for male, for female, for adults, for young. Please, can you help us expatiate on this?
All right, thank you very much. The family planning methods and the types that we have, I actually segregate them into 2 different parts. The first type is the permanent or the irreversible type of family planning method. Okay. The second one is the temporary or the reversible type of family planning method. Okay. Now, under the permanent family planning methods that we have, that is tubal ligation for women and vasectomy for men. Okay. What this means?
Okay. We need to learn. Please break it down.
Please go ahead. Then we need you to break it down.
Okay. All right. So, tubal ligation. What tubal ligation actually means, you know, the way that God created the reproductive organs for both male and female, the way God created it is quite different. Yeah. So, for the males, their reproductive organ, there is a tube that God has made in their reproductive organ that is responsible for the transportation of sperm to where ejaculation would occur. So when it comes to vasectomy now, a slight surgery will be done on that particular person, I mean the man. Okay. So they will cut the tube, they will suture, okay, and when they have cut it and they've sutured it, and that is what makes it a permanent family planning method type.
There's no going back after
no
it.
Going back.
Okay.
No, because it's a surgery, so you can't reverse it. It's irreversible. So for the tubal ligation, it also exhibits similar process like that of the male. So you know, the females, they have fallopian tubes in their reproductive organ. So the fallopian tube, you know, it is the fallopian tube that is responsible for the transportation of the eggs. Yeah. In the woman reproductive organ, which is the one that is responsible for reproduction. Yeah. So that fallopian tube too will be cut, and after it is being cut, it will be sutured. After being sutured, then they will leave it there. Okay. So that one too is permanent in its own case too, like that. It cannot be reversed. So for other family planning method types that we have,
okay, because of our time, can you just
name them? So the other family planning method types that we have, which are the reversible types, we have hormonal methods and the non-hormonals. The hormonal methods, they are the injectables. Okay. The implants, the implanons, the jadels, and also for the non-hormonal type, we have the IUD and the condom. That is where the condoms comes from. And I like to tell you that it is only condom that would only prevent the spread of STIs and the likes of HIV, and also prevent pregnancy.
One of those program we are going to talk extensively on STI, sexual reproductive infection, and I'm very sure we bring an expert. So it could be this expert or another person. Please continue. There's a need for us to educate ourselves. So
thank you. So for it's only condom that is effective and efficient when it comes to controlling pregnancy. So it, and also STIs and other STIs infections. Yes, it is only condom. But for IUD, because I remember I mentioned that IUD is a non-hormonal types of family planning. So the way it works as a barrier. You know, when you have a door and something blocks the door, there is no way you would enter. You have to allow a passage before you could enter into a channel. So now what the IUD does, it is a device and it looks like the letter T. Okay. The other name for it is copper T. Okay. So that device is placed inside the reproductive organ of the female. So it will block the passage of sperm to get to where fertilization would occur. And let me even add that even if sperm gets to that place, there is a copper wire that is wrapped around the device. It will kill the potency of the sperm. So that is how it works. So that will bring me to the myth and misconception of family planning.
There's a need to dwell on that means. let's just bust the myths and misconceptions now, because like I've said earlier, there are lots of myths surrounding it. To low, wama sanra, wama gba.
Because maybe we'll talk about excess bleeding.
Yeah, they said if you use it, you'll be bleeding and all that. Please, post expatiate more.
So thank you. So I want to start with the IUD device. You know, most people believe that the IUD device is used for abortion. Yes, I've heard of cases when people would come to the facility and they would tell us, we just did this method, and it's just within 3 months, and now here I am, I'm pregnant. How did this happen? Some would even tell you that they initially did it so that they know they were pregnant, so they now want that IUD to abort the pregnancy, having known that it is a way of controlling childbirth. No, the way family planning works differs from abortion. It is not a way of terminating a pregnancy,
just preventing
it. Yes. So if you want to, with the help of a personnel and health personnel, you know, because if you want to do a family planning, they will not choose the one you want to do. They will only counsel you, and with their counsel you would know the one you want to do. So provided, let's say someone,
I think there's a way they do it, that they check which one is suitable for your
body. Yes, that is the work of the counselor. So provided someone now said, okay, it is IUD type that I want to use now, and you already know that you are pregnant. I believe me, by the time you give birth to that child, the property and the child, they will be growing together. In fact, I've seen a case of a woman. She gave birth to a child, and the property, the child owed it like this.
That's another case there.
Okay.
So it does not work for abortion. That is
the myths around
what I'm explaining. The other myths and misconceptions around family planning is that some persons believe that when they do family planning, they will start their body weight would increase.
Yeah.
No. Like I said, provided you meet with a registered health practitioner.
Yeah, there's a need to emphasize on that registered.
Very
Emma
important.
lost her belly.
Don't do caution because that's what people say.
Sisi mi no go wa legbele wa.
It won't help
Emma
you.
lost share.
Go to a registered practitioner.
Yeah.
Go to hospitals, go to clinics. They have registered practitioners there that will guide you on what to do and how to go about it.
Yes.
Please go ahead.
Thank you. So provided you visited a health facility where they have a registered personnel who is registered on family planning services.
Okay.
So the person would help you, would counsel you to know the family planning method or the types that you're supposed to choose, because you would choose the type by yourself. By the time the person is done with counseling, you yourself would know the one that is best suitable for you. So by the time the person is done with the counseling, you would just have to pick the one that is right for you. It would even reduce the stress of you thinking around, which one should I do, which one should I not do, and now boiling back to you thinking that maybe you would get fat. Okay, we all have different body type, right?
Yes, we do.
We all have different body type. God has created us in a very unique way. Some slim, some fat. You understand? But by the time you start a particular family planning type, and you sense a signal in your body system, you have to go back to the health facility, and the health practitioner would tell you what to do, would even prescribe things you should use.
Thank you so much for that. Our time is fast spent, but before we go, can you just tell us like 2-3 advantages of family planning and why it is very important, why people need to embrace this?
Okay, first thing is that family planning helps you to control the number of children that you want to give birth to. So it aids in birth control. Number 2 is that it reduces maternal deaths
Okay.
in our society. It reduces it, and also thereby it helps us to improve our society, because where you know, we all know how the country is.
Like you said, Oshibere.
Oshibere.
You don't
Yes.
want to give birth
Like
to children.
Yes.
That you cannot take care of.
We don't want to be in a society whereby we already know that the things that were deployed to us is not even sufficient.
Yeah.
It's not sufficient. Now let's say that per house, let's assume that government say let's give a bag of rice to each house in a particular area, and you in your own house you already have like 50 children in your house. How would the food be sufficient? And you already have the number of time they would give the food, they will use the food for.
Thank you so much, Deborah. We are so grateful for this time.
Thank you.
And one beautiful thing about this is our government, our governors, our presidents.
They are enlightened. I guess that's the reason.
So please, this cannot be overemphasized. The importance of family planning. Give birth to children that you can take care of. Give birth to children that you can sponsorly, conveniently, you know, sponsor them to a place you want them to, that they will not affect society and be a nuisance. See, our time is fast spent. We really want to discuss much, but special thanks to our guest, Deborah Adebayo. Thank you for coming.
It's a pleasure to be here.
We are
Thank
really
you.
grateful. And you know me now. In case you know Sabi me, make I introduce myself. My name is Damilola Oyeyemi. Kate,
Introduce Faith Heavily Oladapo. See you guys
Next week.
Next week.
Bye.